Okay, so let's get the shit out of the way. The Philadelphia Eagles got the crap kicked out of them yesterday by the hapless piece of shit New York Giants. So we will not win the Eastern Division Super Bowl, but it doesn't really matter because everyone in our division has a losing record. Okay. And we proved, though, that we are horrible when we have to win, which is not good in sports. My shirt today is Fear Less, and talking to our group here at the Writers Retreat, if the back of the shirt said be prepared, you would automatically fear less. People say I'm nervous to talk in front of a group of people. It's because you are unprepared, period. You remember when you went to college or high school and your homework wasn't ready? Right. You were scared to death that you were going to get called on or you're going to fail the pop quiz because you didn't study the night before. You weren't prepared. Everything about life is being prepared. The Boy Scouts have coined it for 100 years. Be prepared. What the hell are you doing? The other aspect of being prepared is Dale Carnegie, where in 2 books he runs through an entire 600 pages of material, and all he says is be yourself. So be prepared, be yourself. Those are the 2 secrets of winning, and that's all you have to do. Okay, so I'm here with 3 potential authors, writers. Actually, I don't call them authors, I call them writers because you write your own stuff. All authors don't write their own stuff. I'm not going to mention any names because it wouldn't be fair to them. But the challenge is we need concept, we need content, and we need real world advice from people that actually do it. So this morning, we had 2 publishers on with us on a Zoom, and I'm going to talk to you about what the impact of that was, starting with the great Cynthia Manion. Move over, Cynthia, just a little bit. Cynthia is writing a book, and the title of the book is going to be called And Then My Mother Died. Yeah. And it's a great title, and the title is almost as good as her hair. But the challenge is, what does publishers do for you this morning? What kind of education did they give you?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Jeffrey to even making it available. I bet you wish you were here. Can you imagine starting your morning with pancakes made by Jeffrey Gittimore and 2 publishers to go in and say, hey, what's the first step? What happens next? What happens when I give you my manuscript? Do you have your manuscript ready? I mean, it's a huge, huge thing. And who better to learn from than the master, Jeffrey Gittimore, who has 17 books, working on 18. Okay, where are you getting your advice? I saw lots of 1s yesterday and the day before. You know, those 1s, those 2s were not so many. Who wrote their first chapter? I am blown away by seeing 2 publishers and what they really want. I mean, it's like a whole new world, and I can't wait to play in it. Thank you so much, Jeffrey, for the opportunity.
Pleasure. All right, Jen. Sure. So Jennifer Moran is former #1 bodybuilder and former #1 salesperson in, wow, I didn't see that. Holy shit. Don't meet, you meet a woman in a dark alley, she's going to beat the shit out of you. But Jennifer is #1 earner in a network marketing company, is going to write a book called
Shameless plug.
Killing It. And I think that there's an ability for her to do something that's absolutely extraordinary, but she got to affirm that this morning with someone who actually buys the book. I mean, can you imagine, as a salesperson, you go into a purchasing department, an acquisition department, a buyer department, and they tell you the criteria that you need to be able to sell them? I mean, come on. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my expertise, asking these guys, okay, what's it going to take for each one of these concepts?
So there are some people who are wondering, I better come on here.
Sure.
There are some people who have been wondering how to join the next Writers Weekend. All you need to do is email helpme@gittimer.com.
Helpme@gittimer.com. I'll put it here.
With the words writing weekend in the subject, and then say, I'm interested. And we will get right back to you. If you put it here, my team won't see it. Email @gettemer.com, and we will get right back to you.
Help me. Little sound effect.
Yeah, very, very little. Okay, help me. I got it. All right, so there's the email address. So, Jen, what did it feel like for you, Jennifer? What did it feel like for you when this guy started talking about what you need to do? Did it reaffirm what your concept was? Did it make you afraid? What did it do?
Well, it gives you a lot of clarity. It tells you, I mean, it was more than even just reaffirming where we were headed with the book, which really came together with the help of Jeffrey during this weekend, which was so invaluable. But to have the added input of these publishers to tell you exactly what they're looking for, to give you kind of their secret formula, if you will, to a point of what's going to make or break you with them, and literally saying, this is what you need in your proposal. That alone, and the fact that you're saying your name, you're meeting them face to face, gives you that little extra something. And not that Jeffrey's one-on-one coaching isn't amazing enough for the writing weekend, but to have that little added intro, that connection, that introduction by one of the greatest, the king of sales, to me is priceless. Not to quote a MasterCard commercial, but it's priceless.
No, please,
literally.
please quote it.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do is complete a goal. Everyone wants to complete their goal. So I'm going to write a book today. My job right here is to coach you through the process, but also give you the reality of the end of it so that you don't look for the end of the rainbow. You find the end of the rainbow and there's no pot of gold there. There's just pot. And you have to decide, oh, I'm going to inhale. I'm not going to inhale. So if you're Bill Clinton, you're not going to inhale. If you're Jeffrey Gittimer, you have inhaled, but not for the past 30 years. Okay, so the challenge that you have, though, is what's on your goal list, what's on your bucket list, what's on your to-do list, because they're all goals as well, and then what are your intentions? Because if you have a goal and you have no intentions, you're not going to make the goal. Sorry, Charlie. It's just not going to happen. Dan, you want to talk for a minute?
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Jen.
Bye, y'all.
Another bodybuilder, Dan Altmeier, is a former notary public and insurance financial planner. He still is active in the business, but he has moved up that ladder to a point where he now helps other people achieve their goals, and is very active in the business organizations that put all those things together. He's very well known, very well respected, even very well liked. And it's hard to like an insurance guy. I promise you, their wives don't even like him. So I think that we have the concept down. What did the publishers help you with today?
You know, I think the big thing is writing the book is just a little part of the whole process. The process is identifying who's going to buy it, how do you buy it. Yesterday we went out to Barnes and Noble and looked at covers and looked at where they sat on the shelves and how they jumped out at you or didn't jump out at you. All that is part of the weaving and the texture of, and even the texture of the book is part of, and the paper is how you have the whole package. So writing is a key part, but there's so many other factors, and that makes it even more exciting. Maybe a little daunting, but much more exciting. Oh, and by the way, hi Gittimer Universe.
All right, so you guys, what we're trying to do here is I'm a helper. I'm not a teacher. I'm a helper. If I teach you to do something, maybe you're going to do it. But if I help you do something, it's going to put you in the middle of actually doing your own thing. And that works way better. You know, there's an old expression, if you teach somebody to fish, no, you help them fish. You're the fisher guy. You can hit the hook. You can know when to yank the hook, to set the hook. It's all about setting the hook. And so today we talked to a couple of publishers to help set the hook. And I think that it was something that all of us were excited about, because we actually affirmed all the things we've been working on for the past couple of days. Anyway, I'm just asking you, what are you doing today? What's on your, We're publishing books here today. We're doing shit that's unbelievable today. What are you doing today? What's going to be in your day that's going to help you more than anything else on the planet? And why are you doing it anyway? Is there a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, or is it there just a bucket of coal? So you have to look for your own pot of gold. You have to look for your own pot and and enjoy yourself. If you're in Colorado, it's way easier to find. Way easier to find. But if you're looking for something that you're grasping at straws, or you're looking for something that you don't think is achievable, look for something that is achievable. The great Daniel Burris says, in times of uncertainty, document what you are certain of. And if you're uncertain about how to move forward, you may not want to take that risk, especially now. The COVID recovery time, the unaffirmed election time, all the crap that's going on in the world. Is it a vaccine, or is it therapeutics, or what is it? And that weighs on you, whether you believe it or not, whether you understand it or not. It has some bearing on what your outcomes are going to be. And that's why you need to make certain of the things that you're certain of. Document what you're certain of and what you're certain you can achieve in these times. Are you live on Facebook? I am. Where'd all these people come from this morning? Why are they all? Why are there going to be 2,000 people having viewed this by the end of the day today? Tell me that. And I want you to make certain that you're looking at something that you can achieve for yourself. What's the value of that? What's the benefit of that? And I feel like there's an opportunity for us to play a little bit deeper, and I'm gonna. Over the course of the next few weeks, we're going to go deeper into every single thing that we've done up to this point in time. I'm going to bring more fellow Insiders Club members in here to be able to talk to you. Dan is on the Insiders Club. Cynthia is in the Insiders Club. Jennifer Moran will be in the Insiders Club, and we're putting ourselves in positions now where we are not just based on me to help you achieve, but each other. There's a few hundred people now in the Insiders Club, and there's going to be more. You post something in there, you're going to get 10 answers from people who are already doing it, already crushing it, already
Killing it. Shameless plug. And
you have to put yourself in the position where you can kill it now. So we'll be talking to you a little bit more later. Joachim was first this morning. Look at this. Get the great Artisan Sweat Martin quote: drink in knowledge through papers, magazines, and books in every opportunity. Because in 1905, when he wrote this thing, that's all that was there. Think about that. Skip the sensational, the foolish, the meaningless. Pack in the kinds of intellectual food which will make you grow. Man, this guy was so damn cool. And Williams, good morning. Writing leads to wealth. Jeffrey, and Heppel's in the house. Cool. And Heppel, people are trying to imitate your British accent around here. It's pretty interesting.
Right, that boom.
Right, exactly. So our lives change in two ways: through the people we meet and the books that we read. Harvey McKay. I think that you need to look at your own life at this moment and decide for yourself, where are you growing? Not where are you going, where are you growing? And I think if you do that, you're going to absolutely win for yourself. Kuna, what's up with you, Bob? The purpose of life is not to be happy, it is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well. Ralph Waldo Emerson. I love Ralph Waldo Emerson, great guy, but I want to be happy. So if you can do all that and be happy, dude, you have won the lottery without having to bank a dime. Doing good is the easiest way to get the most out of life. Elmer Letterman. Man, what people that quote Elmer. Yep, it's so cool. Oh my God. All right, everybody's here. Everyone's good morning, and everyone is going to be goodbye in just a minute because I'm going to get the heck out of here. We got a lot of work to do this morning. Hopefully you got a lot of work to do this morning, and hopefully you will be at helpme@gitum.com to come to the Writers Weekend. Help me at Gittimer.com. Just email that. Just tell them you want to be in the Writers Weekend. We will get back to you. This is way beyond my expectation. Never realized it would be this powerful. It is unbelievably off the chart. Hope to see you there one day. Cheers to you until tomorrow. It's going to be an amazing day for you, an amazing day for me. I want you to have health. I want you to have happiness and maybe add a few bucks.